I'm Melissa Warner from the Suka Warner Interior Design. I am so excited you're here today so I can show you a home I recently designed in Hancock Park. It is filled with color and pattern. Come on in, let's take a look. In this entry, I wanted a big wow moment, and this wallpaper certainly did the trick. In some cultures, the tiger represents protection, and that seemed like a perfect way to enter the home. I wanted this entry to feel moody and inviting, hence why I went for dark tones on the wallpaper. Fun fact, this room was actually designed after the living room and dining room, so finding the right wallpaper and materials for this space was definitely like finding that perfect puzzle piece. Follow me to the dining room and I'll show you what I mean. My client has a love of beautiful menswear. So from the bouclair on the dining chairs, the plaid on the rug, even the dressmaker details of the pleated tape along the edges of the draperies, the menswear really shines. So even in a large space, the small details really count and what make it stand out. So this Fortisetti metallic cloud wallpaper has such a beautiful fine texture from the artist's brushstrokes that it really brings such an interesting dimension to the space. I tried to balance the scale of the patterns and balance the colors so they're talking to each other but not competing. The first assignment in this kitchen was make room for my client's vast collection of cookbooks. The room has such nice high ceilings, which is why the bookshelves are actually placed at the top of the ceiling. It also frees up space on the countertop for all the cooking. Hardware in a kitchen, to me, is really like the jewelry that you put on. So here we have some beautiful hardware that actually has two finishes on it. Those finishes help me incorporate the pendant lights, which are brass, as well as the functional plumbing. And to give the backsplash a special moment, I chose a beveled tile in two different sizes. That way it created its own unique pattern to give extra dimension and texture to the space. Do you love a banquette as much as I do? On the other side of the kitchen is one of my most favorite spots in this house. And I love a moment where luxury can really meet function and be practical. In this case, this green fabric, which looks like it's a mohair, is actually a bleachable outdoor fabric, so spills are no concern at all. Another favorite spot to entertain is the living room. Let's go check it out. There are so many different zones to entertain in. You can go by the window to read a good book, have drinks at the bar sitting on the settee, or day to day, get cozy by the fire. To me, good design is all about the details. For instance, on the sofas, I added 2 rows of trim going right in the center, almost like a little spine. If you look closely, you'll find that pretty much every piece in this room is patterned. So because the plaid pillows on the sofa are so geometric, they complement nicely the more literal dragon pattern on the lumbar pillow next to it. And both bring out the colors of the sofa. And speaking of color, I'm obsessed with this green coffee table. I wanted to be sure to add a little color in life and also an ode to the green in the entry. So here we have a cherished piece from our client's family. I accented it with this brass library light. It's the perfect backdrop for this bar. I love the starburst pattern on the door and the unique use of the material. There's definitely a purposeful energy shift the moment you step into the bedroom. In here, I used a softer palette of colors, kept the walls light. I still added the trademark splashes of pattern that are around the house, but it feels so different because I did it in a much softer palette. I love the way the chinoiserie pillow meets the bolder scale of the window pane plaid on the chair. And when the sun hits it just right, perfect. Thank you so much for joining me and taking a tour of one of my favorite homes. See you next time.
Can't get enough of these breathtaking homes? Hit that subscribe button for more open house coming your way.